Hey guys, it's Cameroon and welcome back to another video. Today, a blog post came out diving deeper into the upcoming changes for the competitive system and core gameplay, which means today, I'm going to quickly cover the blog post so you can know what to expect from both the competitive and gameplay changes. So let's start with competitive. Many changes to the comp system are coming in Season 9, which aim to provide more feedback and deliver a better experience from the previous system. There are plenty of changes coming to comp, and they are a rank promotion progress bar that includes multiple modifiers that explain why you may have gained or lost progress, or MMR. A few include a win streak, not being favored in a match and still winning, not being favored in a match and losing. There is more too, and feel free to pause to view all of them on the screen. Placement matches will also be returning alongside a rank reset. Now, it seems like it's a hard competitive reset from what they are saying, so these matches will have a massive impact on your initial rank placement. In order to receive a rank at the start of Season 9, you need to play 10 competitive games. The more you win, the higher the placement. There's also a new rank coming to competitive called Champion. This rank is above GM, but still below top 500. This will diversify higher skilled players, which should positively impact matchmaking, as long as the system actually works. Whether this new rank incentivizes you or other players to grind during the season, we'll just have to wait and see. And then finally comes an update on competitive points and the Jade weapon camos. All existing competitive points you have will be converted into legacy competitive points starting with Season 9. These can then only be used on golden weapon camos. To earn Jade camos, you will have to earn new competitive points during 2024. The competitive points have also been rebalanced and rewards you a certain amount of points based on your rank after a certain amount of matches, with wins providing extra progress. So no more losing and getting nothing, which is nice. With this new system, the end of season competitive points bonus will also be removed, and at the end of 2024, when the competitive system is reset again, your current competitive points will then be converted into legacy competitive points. Okay, now that's a quick rundown on the competitive changes. Now let's move on to the core gameplay changes. You may have seen a leak going around where basically every hero was getting increased health and projectile sizes were getting bigger, and that is true. So let's talk about them. First, I want to bring up the dev team's goals for these changes, and that is to deliver a more consistent feel to firing and landing your shots on your opponents, lessen the impacts of burst damage to allow for greater counterplay, and adjust where in-game healing and damage are effective to reduce stagnant team fights. Now let's move on to specifics. Almost all projectiles have had some sort of projectile size increase. Hit scan projectiles that have a high rate of fire or spread, like Tracer's pulse pistols or Reaper's shotguns, will have their size increased by 0.05 meters. Hit scan projectiles that are more precise, like Cassidy's revolver or Soldier's pulse rifle, will have their size increased by 0.08 meters. Travel time projectiles that are shotguns or have a very high rate of fire, like Ramatra's primary fire or Roadhog's scrap gun, will have their size increased by 0.05 meters. Travel time projectiles with a speed greater than 50 meters per second, like Zenyatta's primary fire, will have their size increased by 0.10 meters. And then finally, travel time projectiles with a speed less than or equal to 50 meters per second, like Pharah's rocket launcher, will have their size increased by 0.15 meters. Now, projectiles that are bigger than 0.5 meters, like Reinhardt's fire strike or Orissa's javelin, will not be touched. These changes are hopefully to allow players to hit more shots, which then should cause more damage to be outputted during the game. Then there is also a global health increase for all heroes depending on their existing health pools. Heroes that have 150 to 175 HP will be increased by 25 HP. Heroes between 200 to 300 HP will be increased by 50 HP. And then heroes above 300 HP, which is just tanks, will be increased by 75 to 100 HP depending on the tank. Now, if I recall correctly, certain abilities will be adjusted to work the same with these health changes. For example, Rhinepin should still be able to one-shot the now 250 to 275 HP heroes. Now, this isn't mentioned in the blog post and going off of the leak, but I assume it's true. And then finally, we have updates on the role passives. Every hero will now passively regenerate 20 health per second after not taking damage for 5 seconds. Damage receives a completely new passive where dealing damage to a target will reduce their healing received by 25%. Support's passive will be adjusted to regenerate health in only 2.5 seconds after taking damage instead of 5, and then the tank's passive stays the same. And that's all of the announced changes for Season 9 so far. To give my thoughts quickly, the comp changes are all positive. I don't think there's really anything bad about the newer system, especially when compared to the old one. I do think the system will need more rewards than just Jade camos, especially if they want more people to play it though. Moving away from competitive, I do like that they're trying to change the core gameplay up. Overwatch is incredibly stale, and this may potentially work out better. However, it can also do the latter or the opposite and make the game extremely sluggish where nothing dies. Remember, healing numbers themselves don't seem to be getting tweaked besides the DPS passive reducing it. So If teams aren't hitting their shots still, then fights will go on for some time. I'm also a little worried that the health pool increase and the projectile size increase won't actually change anything. Like, think about it. They want to reduce healing because team fights take too long. So they increase projectile sizes and add a new DPS passive that reduces healing. But then they give all heroes a healing passive and increase their HP, meaning there's more healing and health in the game. So this could technically cause a stalemate, or the same problem we currently have in the game, just with a new coat of paint. Hopefully I'm wrong on that, but there's always a chance. But anyways, that's my thoughts on these changes. Let me know how you feel about them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, and night, and I will talk to you all later.